Hello, YouTube. This is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I really do hope you're doing well today. The wind is blowing outside. I'm on the East Coast. It's going to be a windy and chilly one. I'm in the middle of March in 2018. Weather's been crazy all year. Hope all of you are warm and having a good day today. Time again for another knife of the day. It's really interesting. I look at my Chris Reeve collection, 58 knives, and Chris Reeve really only has what, 4, 5, 6 makes of knives. It's so different than a Spyderco, where there's so much variety in knives. Every year there's a bunch of knives. I'm going to get 4 brand new Spydercos probably by the end of the week or maybe into next week. And when we do, we'll go 4 special days for those. Every 2 weeks, it seems like Spyderco is releasing 4 or so knives brand new. They do that all the time, all different. Chris Reeve knives is a little bit different. They have certain models and they have a lot of variations, and so you'll see a lot of variations in my collection. This knife has started to be one of my favorite knives. It's the Chris Reeve Inkosi, small Inkosi. The Chris Reeve small Inkosi. This happens to be with carbon fiber inlay and a very, very, very limited Blade HQ exclusive. You see the number 10 there. Blade HQ released, I believe, 10 small Inkosis and 10 large Inkosis. This is one of those staying up and trying to make sure that you're in there as soon as possible, and I got number 10. I'm happy about that. I hate those. By the way, I get it. I understand why knife makers do it. I also collect coins, silver coins. I hate when the mint does it. They have this thing and they sell it, and they sell out in a matter of minutes or seconds. That's what happened with this knife. It's horrible for collectors because a lot of people are all set up because they're going to sell them in the secondary market. I haven't really seen these in the secondary market because they're so limited. But man, I love the carbon fiber inlay Chris Reeve knives, and I'm crazy about the small Inkosis. So I was very happy to grab this one. I have the numbered one for the knifeart.com, all carbon fiber as well. So let's talk about the small Inkosi. I've said it before, and I guess every time I go through my Inkosis, I have a couple of more that I'll show you as we go through the series. The reason I'm so crazy over the small Inkosis, really twofold. One, there was never a small Sabenza 25. Of course, the Sabenza 21s, and I have a number of Sabenzas on my playlist, and you can go check them out. Sabenza 21, there's a small Sabenza 21, but Sabenza 25, which has the same profile as the Inkosi, never had a small Sabenza 25. Now, Chris Reeve released the Inkosi first and said, hey, we're getting in the small knife market. And the Inkosi, by the way, is a little smaller than the small Sabenza 21. You see that? So the small Sabenza 21 is just perfect. Right under that 3-inch, like 2.9 inches. Just perfect for an EDC knife. This is 2.8. And because I didn't have any small 25s, but a bunch of Sabenza 25s, I'm not as interested in the large Inkosis and very interested in the small. They did a number of improvements, bigger washers. Probably can see some of the washers. Thicker blade by a little bit. Of course, the blade is still the same profile as the 25. You even have the notch right there. 2 lugs, rounded spine of the blade. I just love all the small details of a Chris Reeve knife. I just love it. I really do. Of course, this is a drop point knife, hollow ground, S35VN steel. Chris Reeve worked with Crucible to get S30V, and then again with the S35VN steel, and that's how he rolls his company. And yes, I know he's not with the company now, but it's still his company. And these are models that were released during his time. I just love it. 2.8 inches, 2.6 inch for the edge, only 6.5 inches total. I mean, I'm going to compare this with the smaller Chris Reeve knives that I have, but, you know, there's the Menundi. Menundi's just a tad smaller than this. So if you want a beefy gentleman's folder, especially when you talk about the carbon fiber exclusive from Blade HQ, I mean, the small Inkosi is just perfect. It really is. Only 2.8 ounces, and of course, the same construction that Chris Reeve is so well known for. You can really get something done. This is a wonderful EDC knife. I know if you like bigger knives, although the Sabenza 25 is discontinued, they're still around, brand new. But also the large Inkosi with the improvements. One improvement that you'll see on the large Inkosi and the small is usually with a Chris Reeve knife, the clip is parallel to the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. You see that on all of the knives. On the Inkosis, both the small and the large, they move it off of the lock bar. So with the large Inkosi, of course, they have the larger washers, all of that stuff. You know, the blade's a little thicker, but you can't really eyeball it. Turn it over, you'll see the clip off of the lock bar, and you'll know that it's an Inkosi. Of course, you'll know with the 2 forward choils in the handle that this is a small Inkosi, because there's no such thing as a small 25. Like all Chris Reeve inlays, except for Micarta inlays, this has the polished titanium, has 3 inlays. All the inlaid knives just fit better in your hand too, because the inlays, I don't know if I can get a good picture of this, but the inlays come off of the top. You see that? So they help to feel your hand a little bit more. Just a super, super nice knife. Of course, the Chris Reeve integral frame lock, the clip that I told you. The clip to me is not a beautiful clip, but boy, does it work. I think that's kind of what the Sabenza is, just rock solid. And then this was a special, obviously, between Chris Reeve knives and Blade HQ. So they give you the Blade HQ covers, a special lanyard, and a special bead for this knife. I'm real happy to have this. It joins all of my families of the Chris Reeve knives. The only thing I don't, the Blade HQ carbon fiber inlay Chris Reeve knives, the only one I don't have is the large or small in single. I wish I had that, but I don't. And these things just, they sold out very quickly. I mean, we're talking minutes, if not seconds. So, but there you have it. This is the Chris Reeve small Inkosi with the carbon fiber inlays. This was a Blade HQ exclusive. I believe limited to 10 small Inkosis and 10 large Inkosis. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I think that's it. I thought I was going to get an earlier number. It looks like I just snuck in and got my 10. I hate that process. But when it's over and you have one in your hands, you're happy because it's limited edition. So that is one of my real nice knives. I'm comparing it to the small Sabenza 21. These are the small Chris Reeve knives. And also the small Menundi. Both of which, actually all three of these are Blade HQ exclusives. This was the newest Blade HQ Chris Reeve exclusive when they decided to get the carbon fiber inlay Menundi. That surprised me. Had to get that. That was a real special deal with Chris Reeves. I don't know if it's his ex-wife or the person who owns it now, and his son owns the company now. They even, they send it out to you, and they even signed the box, the Chris Reeve box that it came in, which was nice. So that's a very special, unexpected release, and I was so happy to catch that. And all of these are part of that group of knives and part of my collection of those knives. I'm just happy to have them. When I go into sales mode, I'm not in there yet, but as I get older, I envision going into sell knife mode, sell coin mode, sell everything mode for my pre-retirement time. I don't know. I think I also have the small Inkosi that's numbered from the knifeart.com. I don't know, man. I might just keep my carbon fiber Chris Reeve knives and move on with it. Don't know. Hard choices will have to be made. There you have it. That's the knife of the day. Don't forget, new Spyderco's coming as soon as they're sent to me. And as soon as I get them. Also, we're continuing. We have a bunch of knives to go, including a bunch of Chris Reeve knives, Striders, Hinderers. Have I finished up a few more Browse blades as well? And then we'll move on. I hope you guys are having a perfect day. I really do. Hope you're taking good care of yourselves. I wish I was taking better care of myself. But try to stay warm if you're in a cold place. Laugh and taunt all your friends if you're in a warm place. And just know, you guys, I know it's corny, but as you get older, you get cornier. You have a warm place in my heart. Thanks for watching and giving me so much of your time. You guys, take care. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.